Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jillian, and today I have a deep cleaning of my son Ryan's bedroom. So I'm starting off by just making his bed really quickly, and then I'm going to move on over to his closet. I'm literally going to pull everything out other than his clothes. So everything that was on the floor in his closet, I will pull out and then start organizing everything. I started off with his shoes. There was maybe like 2 or 3 pairs of shoes that I was able to get rid of that I knew just did not fit him anymore. And then I went ahead and vacuumed the bottom of this bucket because there was a lot of dirt from his shoes just sitting in the bottom. So I went ahead and vacuumed all of that up and then tossed all his shoes back into the bucket. And then I'm going to go ahead and organize all of his toys. So I had this little rack that my neighbor gave me. I think it was meant for a spice rack, but I just used it as a little organizer for his closet for a lot of his smaller toys. And then you guys saw me there. I was struggling. I was trying to put this toy back together and I just gave up. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and organize all his toys. So I have one bin full of cars and trains, another one full of all of his farm animals and so on. And then I'll put everything back in his closet once I'm done organizing.
You're the night sky hiding behind dark gray clouds. I can't figure you out now. I see your blue.
So then I went ahead and pulled everything down from the top shelf in his closet. Now, I recently did this not too long ago, so honestly it wasn't too bad, but I still wanted to go ahead and pull all of that down and try to reorganize a few things, especially like his Legos. He does play with his Legos quite often, and sometimes we don't really put it together neatly and we just shove it back in the top shelf. So wanted to go ahead and try to reorganize everything as best as possible before I put everything back into his closet.
But I always fear the dark. Now I see brightly. I can feel your silence. You always feel so far, and your stars have burnt out, and your heart makes no sound. I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky.
Now I'm going to go ahead and go through his toy chest and also the bookshelf. So he's had the same bookshelf slash toy chest since he was 1. My mom bought it for him when he was 1. He is now 6. He still has it. We definitely need to get him a new one, but for now, this has held up great. So I'm going to go through all of his coloring books and all his drawing paper pads and books and see what needs to be thrown out. There was a lot of coloring books that were completely full that he just didn't need anymore, that I threw out. A few books that were more towards baby, geared towards babies, and he still had. So anything that was still in pretty good condition, I went ahead and put to the side to donate. And then anything that was ripped apart or didn't feel like it was good enough to donate, I just tossed out in the trash.
Her alarm goes off and she gets up to watch the morning news. Doesn't work no more, but tells a lot of stories about her youth. Drinks more lately, ain't got pills in many different colors too. Morning light is showing, she moves the chair to look out at her view. But her shop was built right across the street, and it stands where the sunrise used to be. In the afternoons on the couch to read, goes through old pictures and memories. Our heroes have been forgotten, our heroes so brave and bold. Our heroes have been forgotten, our heroes so they got old. Our heroes have been forgotten, our heroes so brave and bold. Our heroes have been forgotten, our heroes so they got old. Our heroes so they got old.
Now you guys are going to see the ridiculous amount of toys and crap he had in this toy chest. It was ridiculous. Once I pulled everything out, I did not realize he had so much stuff. We do get rid of a lot of toys about 3 times a year. So we do it before Christmas, we do it before his birthday, and then we also do it before the summer, because those are around the times that he usually gets new stuff, around the holidays and then during summertime. So I always try to purge and get rid of things before we bring in new toys in the house, but he still had so much. So I had a trash bag full of a donation, and then another trash bag full of just toys that were broken or missing pieces that I just threw out. So Still looked pretty full after, but definitely so much better. I had so much stuff that I got rid of. Makes me feel so much better, his room not being as cluttered as it was previously.
So brave and bold, our heroes have been forgotten. Our heroes, so they got old. Our heroes have been forgotten. Our heroes, so brave and bold. Our heroes have been forgotten. Our heroes, so they got old. Don't stay the same, you know. I just hope their stories will still be.
So before I start placing everything back into his closet, I just want to quickly vacuum up the floor. So anything that's on the floor will be picked up, and then I'll start placing everything as neatly as possible into his closet.
Whether you know it, yeah.
So this is another little storage area that we have in his room, which is underneath his bed. It's awesome. It has a huge drawer that pulls out. So he stores a lot of his larger toys in there. So a lot of trucks and cars he has under there. But I did want to vacuum it out. There was a little bit of dust in there. Sometimes he takes his cars outside and it has sand. So I went ahead and vacuumed underneath that drawer and then tried to organize a few things in there. I did get rid of maybe 1 or 2 toys that were in there that he just doesn't play with anymore. And I know he doesn't care about, but he never wants to get rid of. But since he was at school, he doesn't know I donated so many of his toys. So I went ahead and did that, and then started throwing out a lot of things that were ripped and just missing pieces. And then I had a pile of stuff that I was going to go ahead and donate. So next I decided to go through all of his drawers. So I'm going to go to each drawer, pull everything out, throw anything out that needs to be thrown out, whether it is old, doesn't fit him, or maybe has a missing piece to it. Throw all that out and then neatly put everything back into his drawers. his room that I was able to move on my own. And of course, I found random stuff behind both his toy chest and also his nightstand. So anytime I do a deep cleaning, this is a must, trying to move large furniture pieces because you can find a bunch of random stuff behind it. So he did have a few toys and books behind the toy chest, so I went ahead and put them away and then made sure to vacuum up behind his toy chest really well before I put it back. This is the end of my deep cleaning of my son Ryan's bedroom. So this is how everything turned out. So as you guys can see, I did move up his toy chest up against that wall just because from my husband connecting the TV, he made a hole in the wall and he has not covered that up. So for now, I'm just going to put the toy chest there so we can cover that ugly wall up until he covers the hole. And everything else is pretty much in the same spot as before. And then for his closet, this is how it looks. I just store up on top a lot of his extra Legos, Halloween and like Easter buckets, extra blankets. And then in the bins, I have a lot of like his old baby stuff that I'm keeping, his albums all the way in the corner. Then on the floor, I just have his hamper, his bucket of shoes, and then the spice rack that I decided to use as a toy organizer. And then all the way in the left side corner, I have like extra tote bags and book bags. So that is going to end my deep cleaning of my son's bedroom. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe you guys found some motivation. If you did, remember to give my video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you be a part of my YouTube family. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.